Alright, so if you've never heard of Heather's the Musical, imagine a high school drama where the popular kids are terrifying, the sarcasm is turned up to 100, and everything spirals way out of control. Our main character is Veronica Sawyer, a pretty normal high school student who just wants life to be easier. At Westerberg High, popularity basically rules everything. The school is controlled by the most powerful clique, three girls all named Heather. There's Heather Chandler, the scary leader, Heather Duke, the quiet one, who wants power, and Heather McNamara, who mostly goes along with whatever happens. Veronica somehow gets pulled into their group because she's good at forging handwriting, which means she can fake notes and homework for them. Suddenly she's popular. But she also realizes that Heathers are pretty awful to everyone else. And then a new guy shows up, Jason Dean, or for now we can call him JD. He's mysterious, dramatic, and clearly has some issues. Veronica is immediately drawn to him because he seems different from everyone else at the school. One night at a party, Heather Chandler humiliates Veronica in front of everyone. JD convinces Veronica they should get revenge by giving Heather a drink that will make her throw up and embarrass herself. Sounds bad, not life-ruining, right? Except things go very wrong. Instead of the harmless prank drink, Heather ends up drinking something dangerous and dies. JD calmly stages it to look like a dramatic note about the pressures of high school, and the entire school suddenly treats Heather like a tragic hero instead of the bully she actually was. Veronica is horrified, but JD convinces her the world is better without people like Heather Chandler, and unfortunately, that's just the beginning. Next, two jocks at school, Kurt and Ram, spread rumors about Veronica. JD decides they deserve punishment too. Veronica thinks they're just going to scare them, but once again, things spiral. The plan goes way further than she expected, and suddenly the school believes the jocks were also tragic victims of high school pressure. At this point, the school is obsessed with the idea that all these terrible events are somehow beautiful tragedies, and nobody's actually addressing the real problems. Meanwhile, Heather Duke takes over the popular clique now that Heather Chandler is gone, becoming just as cruel as the leader she replaced. Heather McNamara starts struggling with the pressure of everything happening around her. Veronica slowly realizes JD's worldview is extremely dangerous. He believes the world is full of terrible people and the only solution is to remove them completely. Veronica finally decides she has to stop him before things get even worse. JD reveals his final plan. He wants to blow up the entire school during a big assembly so everyone will be remembered as one giant, beautiful tragedy. Obviously, that's not exactly a healthy solution. Veronica pretends to go along with his plan so she can stop him. At the last second, she manages to prevent the disaster and confronts JD. He realizes Veronica won't support him anymore and accepts that his extreme worldview doesn't work in the real world. By the end of the story, Veronica tries to rebuild things at school. Instead of chasing popularity or power, she reaches out to people who were ignored before, including Martha, an old friend who had been bullied earlier in the story. The main message of the musical is that high school pressure, social hierarchies, and cruelty can push people into really dark places. And the real solution is empathy, honestly, and actually caring about each other. Also, it's a dark comedy, so the show mixes serious themes with very over-the-top humor, huge songs, and extremely dramatic high school chaos. So in summary, a girl joins the most powerful clique in the school, meets a mysterious guy with extreme ideas, and ends up fighting to stop everything from falling completely apart, all while learning that popularity isn't worth losing your humanity. And that's Heather's the Musical in under 5 minutes. Bye!